What's up, everybody? It's June 26, 2017, and it's been 2,849 days since the U beat FSU in football. Big slate for you today. Most of it is NBA. They had the NBA awards today. I didn't watch the first half of it because I just thought it would be corny. It's a review of what they normally would have awards for. They just didn't have it as a show. Now they got it as a show. But I guess if the NFL can do NFL honors, I don't know if Major League Baseball does one. College football has an award show. Why can't the NBA? And we watch it, so nothing wrong with them having it. So, with that being said, we'll get to that in a moment. First, College World Series. I did watch the end of that. That's why I didn't watch the first half of the NBA awards. The Gators take a 1-0 lead in the best of three in the College World Series final against LSU. The Gators starting pitcher struck out 12 and went a full 8 innings, struck out 12. And then they had one guy come in and close out 3 up, 3 down against LSU. Gators won 4-3, won their 19th game by 1 run, which led college, which led the country in most 1-run game wins. So basically, it means if you're in a close game against the Gators, you're probably going to lose it. LSU, if you've watched them play, they usually win, and when they win big. So they'll have to do something miraculous again. Like I said, they had lost one uh, in the College World Series itself, and then they had to win 3 in a row to get to this final. Now they'll have to win 2 in a row to win the championship. So tomorrow's game should be pretty good. We'll see what happens. I think since they went to this format, which was 15 years ago, no, 14 years ago, the team who won the first game swept 7 times. But funny, the team there's also who swept 7 times. But then what's funny is that four of the other 7 times, the team that won the first game actually lost the series. So Gators know they can't go three because if you go 3 games, you have a higher chance of losing the series than if you sweep or than if you win. So the Gators probably want to close them out tomorrow. If not, it's just probably just more pressure on the team. Once you win that first one, you think you're going to win the second one, and then when you lose the second one, that's a free for all. You never know what can happen. Real quick note about the NBA 3-on-3 tournament. I didn't watch any of it, not any complete games, but I would like to think that you might be watching the D League for retired players. So I don't know what the enthusiasm would be about it. I'm not really seeing the older elite players or the retired elite players playing the league, so I don't think it's something to watch. Um, Somebody was asking why is it recorded. I think it's because they don't have any TV rights, so you can't do it live. So that is the deal on that. But hopefully, it continues to make money. I guess it is because people are going to see it. And then maybe if they build up the money, they can get some TV rights. But for right now, it is what it is. But right now, it's not going to intrigue me. Maybe if I see Tim Duncan show up, then I'll do it. But that'll probably never happen. So uh, we'll see. Real quick take on John McEnroe saying that Serena would be ranked 700 if she was playing on the men's circuit. It's just an opinion. He could be right, and he also could be wrong. Unfortunately, he had to give an opinion on something that's really so hypothetical, and it's not even factual. It's not even, as Serena said, it's not even factual, but it's not even something that you can even fathom. Unless a woman just went on the tour and tried to win on the men's tour, can you make that? Can you make that argument? So, in the technical sense, I guess he's right in what he said because I guess he's saying that guys wouldn't want to lose to a woman, but also he's probably saying that maybe they're bigger, they're stronger. I don't, he didn't elaborate. All he just said is she would be 700. But I think with Serena's grit and will and want to win, I think she would probably be a little bit higher than 700. But hey, it's just another man's opinion. And like I said, people, you put a mic in front of their face and they just think that's the cue to talk. And they don't need to talk. I mean, it's not even relevant. Why even hypothesize about something that will probably never happen? A couple of NFL football notes I thought this was pretty interesting. Amon Green, the former running back for the Green Bay Packers and also their all time leading rusher, was arrested for child abuse for punching his 15-year-old daughter because she wouldn't wash the dishes, and I think he also pushed her down. Some other things that I read in the story, and I just want to say, Amon, you can't do that. And if you go to that extreme over your 15-year-old daughter, you might want to check yourself out for CTE. So why don't you do that? Michael Floyd, the receiver for, I forget what team he's for. Anyway, he was on house arrest and he couldn't have any alcohol in the system as part of the agreement for the house arrest. And then the NFL dinged him for taking for substance abuse. And according to him, he just took a tea, and I forget the name. I think it's Kamuda, something like that. And he didn't know that the tea would do what it did to him. The problem here, Michael, is that you probably would have taken the tea to mask your drinking, and that dinged you on the NFL. And then, of course, it dings you on the NFL. Then you get caught up in your house arrest, and no alcohol provision. The moral to the story is, bruh, you can't drink, don't drink, because you don't know how to not drink and drive. You don't know how to stop getting DUIs. This is your consequence for that. Your next step is, do you just want to go to jail and make it easier for you? That way, when you get out of jail, you can go back to committing crimes, DUIs. Come on, man. It ain't rocket science. Do the right thing. But yeah, if I'm a betting man, yeah, you took some tea that nobody ever drinks to mask the alcohol because that's what it's for. That's what's the biggest use for it. If you look up the tea, it's not even something people would normally just drink on a regular. Come on, bro. Real quick, Hockey Hall of Fame. Got some hockey news for you. Congratulations to Teemu Solani, Paul Correa, Mark Recchi, and Dave Andreychuk, and along with two others that are being inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame this year. That's a big class of big names. I think that's like a top six, top five class of all time. So big shout out to those guys. And I gave a shout out because I know those guys. I've seen them play. Temu was a beast. Paul was the Ducks when he was playing with them. Mark Recchi, I know him, and Dave Andreychuk. So it's great to see those guys, and it's great to have some hockey news as well. And congratulations to those guys. And I guess as we keep going, I'll recognize even more names. But I've recognized names probably since the '80s, even back in the Gretzky days. So shout out to the hockey guys. So that'll work there. Lastly, we're talking about the NBA awards. Just a few highlights here. I thought some of the awards were not necessarily a little bit of overkill. The assist of the year, really, I don't think that was necessary. What I did notice is that Victor Oladipo won a dunk of the year by dunking on Dwight Howard, something nasty. So that was probably dunk of the year. It was pretty good. Kawhi had block on the year. It's always fun when a Spur wins and they do it against a rival. The block was on James Harden to close out a game. So that was pretty good. So congratulations to him. Uh, Shout out also to Monty Williams for winning the Craig Sager uh, Perseverance Award. Or I probably got the wrong name for it, but it's the Craig Sager Award. And shout out to him for persevering through all he's been through with the death, death of his wife and taking care of his children. Not that he's not required to do it, but to just go through something like that, it's got to be pretty hard. So congratulations to him, and shout out to the Craig Sager family for recommending him for this award. They could have given it to a lot of people, and they gave it to him. So a big shout out to him. Russell Westbrook won MVP. Congratulations to Russ. I think anybody who gets a triple double for an entire NBA season should win the MVP. I think it's a little vindication. Not much. I mean, nobody's going to say it, but I think it's a little vindication of righting a wrong. 45 years ago, when Oscar Robertson won. When Oscar Robertson did not win MVP after he had the first triple double ever in league history, and that was the last one since in the history of the NBA. So the fact that he didn't get it then does help out that they do still recognize the triple double or the season triple double. If they had not given it to Russ, then I would get tired of people talking about how great the triple double is, but nobody's won an award for it. So it was good to see that happen for Russ. I was okay with Russ winning. Some people might say, "Well, you're a Spurs fan. Why not Kawhi?" Russ had an amazing season, so I think it was good for him to have it. Definitely okay with that. Lastly, from the NBA awards, Bill Russell. He's the GOAT, and he ain't gonna let nobody forget it. He's the GOAT. He pointed the finger. I saw a video clip where he pointed the finger at all those other censors up there, and he told them that he'd whip all their ass. So I thought that was pretty funny, but he's probably right. You know, a guy went up against Wilt Chamberlain day in and day out, and probably the number one reason why Wilt don't have it didn't have as many finals trophies as he wish he had. Yeah, these guys, you know, old school way of playing. I don't know if they would have been able to handle the GOAT. He is my GOAT. And, you know, shout out to Bill Russell, still going strong, I think at 80 plus years old. So it's good to see that. And I ran through that pretty fast. So I guess I got it all in. The NBA awards not bad. I think I'll watch it next year just to listen to all the pomp, watch the pomp and circumstance that goes with it, and some of the crazy awards and what have you. But it was good to see. Yeah, I don't think they need the rappers and the entertainment and all that. Just do the awards, you know. Um, but all in all, at least the half that I saw was pretty decent. So uh, good job, NBA. Now maybe you'll go away in peace. You've done everything you can do. We just have to figure out something else to talk about the rest of the way until football season starts on college and pro level. Um, so that's all we have. I don't know how many uh, spots I'll do this week, depending on how busy or how much business we have going on for this week. You know, like I said, we got College World Series baseball just does its thing, just plugs right along. If we have any NBA moves, we'll talk about that, and then NFL, if anything of importance, I'll talk about that as well. Um, but yeah, we got it in today. You guys be good. God bless. Free Colin Kaepernick. Peace.